Snow fell gently across the small town of Willow Creek, blanketing everything in a thick layer of white. The town square glowed with soft lights strung across rooftops and lampposts. It was Christmas Day, and while many homes echoed with laughter and the tearing of wrapping paper, for Emily Carter, this Christmas felt different. Emily had lived in Willow Creek her whole life. She was a 38-year-old single mom to her 10-year-old daughter, Lily. It had been a tough year. Emily had lost her job at the local bookstore when it shut down in June, and her mother had passed away in September. The holidays only reminded her of what she had lost. Still, she tried her best for Lily. Emily had baked cookies, decorated the tree they bought secondhand from a neighbor, and even wrapped a few small gifts she managed to afford after picking up shifts as a waitress at the diner. But she couldn't shake the weight in her heart that morning. Lily came bouncing down the stairs in her snowflake pajamas, her blonde curls bouncing with every step. "Merry Christmas, Mommy." Emily forced a smile. "Merry Christmas, sweetheart." Lily sat by the tree and began to open the few presents there. She was grateful for each one: a pair of socks with cartoon cats, a coloring book, and a second-hand doll that Emily had cleaned and redressed herself. "This is the best Christmas ever," Lily exclaimed. Emily blinked away tears. How could her little girl be so happy with so little? "I'm glad you think so." Just as Emily was about to head to the kitchen to start breakfast, there was a knock at the door. She furrowed her brow, confused. They weren't expecting anyone. Opening the door, she was surprised to see her neighbor, Mr. Thompson, a retired veteran who lived alone. He was holding a large red box with a gold ribbon. "Good morning, Emily." "Merry Christmas," he said, smiling. "I was doing some cleaning and found this in my attic. Figured Lily might enjoy it more than I would." Emily hesitated. "Oh, that's so kind, Mr. Thompson, but..." He gently placed the box in her hands. "Just accept it. Consider it a thank you for all the pies you've dropped off over the years." Lily peeked around her mother and squealed. "A present. Can I open it, Mommy?" Emily gave in. They opened the box together and found a beautiful vintage wooden dollhouse, complete with tiny furniture and painted walls. Lily's eyes widened with wonder. "This is amazing," Emily said quietly, touched. Mr. Thompson tipped his hat. "Merry Christmas," he said again and shuffled back toward his house. After breakfast, Emily and Lily spent the next couple of hours playing with the dollhouse. It brought a kind of joy Emily hadn't felt in months. But the surprises weren't over. Around noon, Emily's phone rang. It was her friend Sarah, who worked for the local community center. "Hey, Em," Sarah said. "Merry Christmas. Listen, we had a last-minute cancellation at the Christmas dinner we're hosting, and we have 2 extra seats. Why don't you and Lily come by?" Emily hesitated. She hadn't planned to go anywhere. But she looked at Lily, still glowing from the morning, and thought maybe it would be nice. "Okay," she said. "We'll be there." The community center was warm and filled with the scent of cinnamon, turkey, and laughter. Emily hadn't seen so many familiar faces in one place in a long time. Everyone welcomed them with open arms. Lily made fast friends with other kids, playing games and exchanging handmade cards. Emily chatted with old friends and neighbors. There was something comforting about the sense of belonging. As they were about to leave, Sarah pulled Emily aside. "Hey, I know things have been hard for you lately. I just wanted to let you know the library is reopening in January. And guess what? They need a new manager. I already gave them your name." Emily's eyes widened. She had worked at the old bookstore for 10 years. Managing the library would be a dream. "Thank you, Sarah. I don't know what to say." "Say you'll apply. You're perfect for it." Driving home under the Christmas lights strung along Main Street, Emily felt something shift. Hope. She hadn't felt that in a long time. Back at home, Lily was already half asleep, clutching the little wooden chair from the dollhouse. Emily tucked her in and kissed her forehead. She walked to the living room window and looked out at the quiet, snow-covered street. For the first time in a long while, she felt peace. That night, as she sat by the dimly lit Christmas tree, Emily whispered to herself, "Maybe it is the best Christmas ever." The next morning, Emily received another surprise. A letter had arrived, hand-delivered and marked with a wax seal. Curious, she opened it. It was from the town council. They had heard about her situation and wanted to honor her years of community service and her mother's legacy, who had been a beloved schoolteacher in town. They were offering a small grant to help her get back on her feet, enough to pay a few bills and even fix the leaky roof she had been worried about. Tears streamed down her cheeks. All the kindness, all the warmth, it overwhelmed her. As the days passed and the year came to a close, Emily felt a deep gratitude she couldn't fully express. The community had wrapped her in love when she needed it most. And through it all, Lily's innocent joy had reminded her that Christmas wasn't about what you had, it was about who you had. On Christmas Day, everything changed. Not because of gifts or decorations, but because of kindness, hope, and the quiet magic that still lives in the hearts of those who care. And that was a gift worth more than anything wrapped in paper. Emily got the job at the library in January. She and Lily would walk there together most mornings, bundled in scarves, laughing and chatting along the way. They built a new life from those small moments of grace, and each Christmas after, they remembered that first snowy morning when everything started to turn around. Because sometimes, when you least expect it, Christmas brings you exactly what you need.